a lightning talk from Geographica. Now, Geographica are one of our most active partners, as I mentioned before. They are based in Seville, and their office overlooks the stadium of Real Betis. So apparently it's an amazing office. I still need to go and visit. We've got some happy fans of Real Betis down here. That's good. And we're very lucky to have their COO here today. This is Paula Juliá, and I work with Paula almost on a daily basis, and she's a great person to work with. So I'm super excited to see what she has to say in her talk. Please welcome Paula to the stage.
Okay, thank you, Flo. I just want to thank Carto for this incredible event they organized today. It's a big pleasure to be here. I guess most of you know who we are and what we do at Geographica by this moment, but for those who don't, I came to tell you something. We have a big secret, and I'm going to share with all of you today. Okay, so yes, this is our secret, and you have it on your hands. Our secret is that we can build solutions that solve these 4 problems that you find here in this circle. This circle is so important because mostly all customers' need can be summarized in these 4 items. Let's do a quick exercise together. I want us to repeat the same process we do every time we approach to a new customer. We sit down and we say, hey, what do you want or what do you need? Do you need a platform that delivers real-time data? Or do you need to optimize some of your daily processes? Or do you need to locate people or things inside a building? Or do you need to predict, analyze, or predict behavior, or where would be the best opening of a new store? What would be the best location for a new opening? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you a few examples of real applications working. Yes, call me crazy. I'm going to show live applications today, not slides. And what I want you to do is, if after my explanation of one of these, if you decide that you don't need, for example, real-time or indoor, you please pull from it and you reject it. At the end, we can see, let's see the final shapes that your circle has. And depending on that final shape, we're going to be able to tell you what kind of solution does your company need, or how can we help you, okay? So let's start. This, I'm going to show you Urbo, how we do deliver real-time, a platform with real-time, truly real-time. Okay, we built this application for Telefónica. It gathers all the information coming from sensors all over the city. As you see, they have plenty of cities here. Let's go to this one. This is Telefónica headquarters. And like you see, the information is organized in 6 verticals. You can see that these are like the main topics of any city management. Let's go to waste. I really like this one. And look at this dashboard. You can see at a simple glance, you see the big picture of what's happening on your city right now regarding the waste collection. You see that there is 15 containers that needs to be immediately emptied because you're going to overload. You see that the overall capacity is is quite good. You see the number of containers by waste type that you have here. But let's go to this piece, the real-time piece. It's super clear. You see in the map all the areas that needs to be collected as soon as possible, and you see that there are some others. Something happened to these containers, because the sensor is telling us so. You see this container has been moved from his original position. We can go deeper and see all the information that this exact device is giving us. You see the location, you see which temperature is registering, you see the weight, you see which is the field level that it has right now. You can also see some average from last week. And for those that wants to understand everything, I want to see every data that is coming from the sensor, you have this tab here where you can see everything, all the measurements that they are coming from the sensor. Let's come, I really like this piece. This is a ranking of inefficiency. We built this map taking into consideration all the containers that were emptied and the field level that they have when they were emptied. So these areas should be replanted because they have been collected before they were really full. And that's not a good option. Let me show you another vertical, that this one is pretty interesting as well, is transport. Here, you can see the traffic density at this exact moment in the city. You can see the congested lanes. Let's go for real time. In this map, you have all the problems that may occur, maybe an accident, maybe a congestion. You can see them on the map. You can see the traffic density, the average traffic density for all the city. You can see a ranking of those lanes more congested. And I also like it very much, this one here. This chart here, it gives you a weekly cycle of when are this congestion happening in the last week. So you see here that this moment of the day, this moment of the day, and this is the same pattern. It repeats all over the week from Monday to Friday. It's quite interesting, this chart, and people love it. Okay, so let's go again to the presentation, and I'm going to show you the next tab. It's optimization. As you know, optimization is to improve any of your daily processes. I brought today the example of Sorigué. Sorigué, it's a company. Let me come here again. Sorigué is a company that collects all the waste in the city of Barcelona and its metropolitan area. For Sorigué, what we did is a heavy engine in which we take into account all the problems that they need to solve, and we provide them the best routes that the employees need to take in order to save time and money for collecting all the waste. For example, let's come here and we can see the examples. Let's see, for example, a planification that was made last week. This kind of waste type, this kind of container. And let's see. So we're taking into consideration the employees' shifts, the time of work. We're taking into consideration the type of waste of every container, the type of container, if they open on one side, on the right side or in the left side. Also the type of vehicle, if they can pick up the container on one side or on the other. So putting that into consideration, we provide them these routes that they are the best routes that they need to take. Here you see that we're involving 3 vehicles. We are involving 8 hours of work and 30 times of break time for every employee. Let's go to see the routes. They are here. Let's sort them by the longest. And these are the best option they have in order to save time and money. So they optimize their daily processes. They're saving lots of money in this part. Remember, if you don't need optimization, you just pull from it, from the circle. So let's go to the presentation again. This is the third tab. Do you need to locate people or things inside a building? For this, the best example I could ever bring here is the application that we built for Corte Inglés. Its name is Tempo. Tempo has I guess you all know which is Corte Inglés is like the biggest retail company here in Spain. What we did here is Tempo has two components. It's a cell phone application for the customers, and it's also a beautiful dashboard for management positions. The customer install the application on their cell phones, and they go into the building. They can request help from a shop assistant. They can request the fastest route for the restrooms, for the fitting rooms, for the elevators, for the route for another store. And they can catch offers. But the secret is that those offers are completely customized, because every time that person, that customer, get inside the building, we track its location. So we know if he or she stands on a store for 20 minutes, which kind of store, in which kind of store does he or she spend the money. If it's a customer of $200 per year or $2,000 per year. So the offers that they made are exactly for them. They are cooked for them. So they have very success. Let's go to the application here. So collecting all the data that is coming from the cell phone application, we are able to create this dashboard for management positions so they can analyze what's happening inside the building. I'm going to show you only 3 maps that they are really, really interesting. This first one, I love it. Here, you can see the most common routes that were taken in 1 week of this venue, of this shopping center. You see also the stores in which more offers were caught by the cell phone. Okay? Let's also move to this one. It's pretty interesting. We made this map. This is an animated map in which we can see the evolution of, within a day, all the offers that were caught with the cell phone application. So you see how this is growing up, because these are the mobile application offers that customers are getting. And it's quite interesting if I can compare between what happened this is same day, but the year before. Okay, so you see there are some slightly differences between how this map is growing. You see here, for example, the busy hour was from 7 to 8 o'clock, and here is from 8 o'clock to 9. And I'm going to show you the insight that I love most is this one. We not only track in the shopping center the customers, but also the staff members. The first idea when we did this map is to discover those areas that were not very well attended, and the shopping center want to put more staff members in those areas. But after thinking a little bit of this map, we realized how powerful is this if I just stop the animation here and I can know where this lady was exactly at 12 p.m. She was at this exact point. This lady was here. So this is pretty important for security purposes. Or if a robbery is made, or if an attack comes, you know exactly where all your staff members were at all moments. So let's go back to the presentation. And we have number 4, analyze and predict. Who doesn't want to analyze and predict their own data? I think this is like the queen of the 4 tabs we have here. Here I brought 2 examples because I think they're worth them. The first one is Carto. This is a dashboard we built for Cepsa. You all know who Cepsa is. Here we see very quickly and very easy information in maps. For example, let me show you this. This is the evolution on payments that were made with loyalty cards. Okay, you go to the gas station, you put gas, and you pay with your loyalty cards. We have all the information coming from the gas station feed, and here you can check, for example, on one of it, and you see that they had a negative evolution respect to the last month. We always compare, because the exact data, if you don't compare with something else, it doesn't have all the sense. So here, you see that in this area, like 17% less were made with these loyalty cards. But in this project, in this dashboard for CEPSA, we made a step forward, and analyzing all the data that was coming from the gas stations, we're able to analyze all this data and come with a prediction and recommendation. How? We put the machine to learn which is the most common behavior on the gas stations. And after that, we can recommend some actions to be taken to CEPSA. This is super powerful and super valuable for them. And let me show you how can we do this part. For example, you want to know, you have different stores, and you want to know why one store works better than the other one. Okay, here in this example, there are gas stations. Why one works better than the other? I have all my gas stations here. I click on this one, and I see all the influence area that this gas station is covering. You see all the inhabitants, the population that is taking, and that you have 3 other gas stations in the same area. Here you see how many people you have at 5 minutes walking, here 10 minutes walking, and here 15 minutes walking. And you want to understand why this one that you have here is not working so much better. So what happens here? Well, they are pretty close, only 16 minutes driving, but look at the population. One is covering and not the other one. It's pretty interesting. But it's more interesting if we can compare not only with my stores or my gas station, but also with the competitors. Let's go to this one. This was the one that we were comparing. And for example, let's click on this. What's happening to this competitor of mine, Repsol? Here. So I think we are better positioned than my competitor here. The area of the people that is coming to my gas station is much higher than the one that they are receiving. And what happens if someone has told you that you want to open a new gas station, and you think someone has told you that this is a great area to do that? So say, oh, I want to locate my new gas station here. What would happen? How many people I'm going to affect? Well, this would be a really poor decision to make. So we provide clear insights, quickly, beautiful, and people understand only in a second. Let's go to the other example I wanted to show you. It's Real Madrid. Yes, it's one of our clients. This is the best example of how can we provide location intelligence to sports. How can a basketball court become a map? Well, it's so easy and so simple. Like you see here, it's a map. You just need to draw on it. And you can take, for example, this guy here and know what he did on the basketball match. And you can see that from this side, this guy has like 100% success in all the basketball match. You can see, for example, all the information very quickly and nicely. Okay, so let's go back to my presentation again. So we covered the 4 tabs on the circle. So which is your final shape? Like I told you before, I think it's pretty interesting to see which is your final shape. Please, I encourage you to come outside, talk to us. We have a stand outside. Which is your final shape? How can we help you to become your projects into reality? And the good news are that all that you saw here was made with Carto technology and with our secret. So this is all I have. Thank you.